Good morning, this is Cindy and welcome to my channel. We're doing something a little bit different today. This is a journal that was made by Jamie Fannin, and I got it in a journal swap, and one of the things that she did was this page here, which I really love. And she basically had just a little bit of a piece that was kind of hanging out from something else, I think from the other end of this. And she just attached it as these 3 tags that she had stamped. It's just white cardstock that she had stamped with 3 different stamps, colored, and then kind of went from there. And I thought that is such a really cool idea. So I've decided today I'm going to make a bunch of these that can go into this fall journal that I am working on. I have 2 big overall stamps. This one says Journal de Paris. This one is just kind of an all over like a wallpaper stamp. And then I have my leaves. And so what I'm going to do is do a couple of, I started cutting it up. This is just a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. I started cutting them up and thinking I would do individuals. And then I thought, well, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to do it the other way. So, and do it all big and then cut it up. I don't know. We're going to play today and see which one works better. So I have these, which are not very well, boy, I can't measure. They're supposed to both be 2 inches. I got one that's, what do I have here? Not straight, that's for sure. Neither one, the bottom one's 2 inches, the top one is not. Ah, well, you know, we go from with what we got. All right, so I'm going to start. I think I'm going to do all the stamping. I was debating about doing it in a different, in like a green or an orange or blue to go with the journal. But I think what I'm going to do is stamp it in black. Yeah, we're going to try stamping it in black. And then if I want to color them, I can afterward. So I have my black here. Let me grab my big pad. We'll start with the Journal of Paris. And this was a stamp that was gifted to me by Jacinta in some Happy Mail. And I haven't used it a lot yet. I've used it some. Put that over there, but not a lot. So let's see how it goes. If I can get my stamp pad open. Here we go. All right. I did buy a new black stamp pad. I have not yet gotten it out. I'm really kind of trying to eke everything I can out of this one. One of the things I found in cleaning out a bunch of stuff, my dad passed away a couple years ago, and I still have some of his things that I just haven't gotten a chance to go through. And I found 3 bottles of ink, old-fashioned ink that you would use with, I'm going to go right up to the top, that you would use in an ink pen. I probably should have, I'd be doing this on this. We'll see how this comes out, and if it doesn't come out well, oh, it came out just fine. Okay, we're going to do another one right underneath it. I'll bring down, this is my stamp off paper. I'm making sure I'm still in frame here if I move over a little bit. I use this to just stamp off on, and eventually it will become journaling tags as well. All right, we're going to go right up next to it, which might give me a little bit of space at the bottom, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. I have a little bit of a wrinkle in the paper, which gave a wrinkle in that, but I don't think that's a problem. Okay, this one does not require a whole lot of stamping off. I will pull it, however, and just set it here and I will take it and I will wash everything all at once. This one is a little bit like the other. It's got an uneven edge, so we'll see how it works. Actually, I think what I might do with these, let me not do it on here. I will do it on my strips. Bring my stamp pad down. Yeah, so those bottles of ink, I'm like, okay, I think when I need to refill something, one's red, one's navy blue, and I think one is black. So I think I might try to put some of it on here. It's certainly not going to hurt it. Put you two right next to each other. I'm going to kind of go up this way so I can get as much of it on there as I can. Okay, I might have to do one at a time. Oh, I like how that comes out though. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, I obviously haven't used this stamp before. This is my first time using this stamp. This was also in that Happy Mail from Jacinta, and I really appreciate having these. I just haven't had an opportunity to use them. Okay, let's move you out of the way for a minute. We're going to come right up here and do this whole thing. Yeah, this is satisfying. And I am sticking my fingers in the ink every time I pick up the ink pad. This goes along with the paint. I was painting earlier today. I'm doing a couple videos today to get myself ahead a little bit because I know I have that surgery coming up. This one's going upside down and it's a little crooked. Oops. So I was painting earlier today. I have the first coat of primer onto my new shelves, and I am wearing a bunch of the paint. Okay. I really, really like that. And so I'm going to finish it off with this one. I'm going to do the same thing on this strip. And then on the big paper, I will do leaves for the other part of it. I keep flipping it though so that I can kind of yeah. See, I can kind of nestle it in there. I'm going to double up on it. This is my I call it a glue book because it's where I do all my gluing. I just, on those pages end up elsewhere. Okay, you know what? I've got more space. I'm just going to take this little piece of, let's go ahead and get a little bit on there too. What the heck, why not? Cool. All right, let me close that for a moment while I'm cleaning this one off. Not a lot of ink left on it. Okay, that'll become something somewhere sometime. These are going to get cut up. We'll save those for the moment because right now we're going to go to this one. I'm going to take that off of there and just put it on its plastic for the moment to be washed. I wash all of my stamps. I know not everybody does, but I always wash my stamps because I don't want a buildup of ink on them. Now this one I'm going to just do all the way down, and it looks like it's going to be perfect to fit. Go all the way over to the edge this way, and if there ends up being a line, that's okay. Because like I said, they're going to get cut up. And the ones that I don't end up using in the kind of step down, I will use as backgrounds for something else. So if this one, you know, if the one in the middle ends up with a line through the middle of it, it's not a big deal. Yep, that's where it's going. I already set it down. Once you set it down, you're stuck. That's where it stays. Okay. But you can see that my ink pad is on its last legs, which is not bad. I've been using this ink pad for a couple of years actually, but mostly a lot in the past year. In the past, well, what is it? This is the middle of August, so yeah, about a year. I've been using it quite a bit, and so it doesn't really owe me anything. And we'll do one more time. And I'm doing the whole thing because I want to make sure I get the whole piece. And we'll put you down here and we'll see what we get on you. And I just got it all over me. There. Cover up the ink pad before I stick my elbow in it. Already got it all over my fingers. Okay, like I said, these will become something somewhere. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go wash up. I'm going to wash my stamps, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I am more or less clean. This morning I had glue all over my hands. Then I had paint. Now I have ink. You know, I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. So I'm ready to cut these into 2-inch strips, and we'll see what we have and how it comes out. Oh, that's going to cut just nicely there. Okay, so that's mostly on there. And then I need another 2-inch strip. Okay, so that one's got a little bit of stuff on the edge, but that's okay. Okay, so I now have all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strips. Good, my math worked out all right. Now, I don't want these to be too big because I want to be able to put them down. And if I do them at 6 inches, I'll only get 2 on there because then it'll hang off. So I think I'm going to do 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if I do 4 inches for each one, and I think I can do 2 at a time here. So 12 inches is down to 8 inches. Down to 4 inches. And not, like I said, not all of these will work for this project, but some of them will. And these are a little bit wider than they should be, so I will use these for something else. But I'm still going to cut them at the same height because I do like this size, and that's a really nice piece for a journal piece or a pocket or to put in as a tuck. Could even go as a pocket, you know, turn it sideways, put it as a pocket. So those I definitely won't be using. Of these, I really like that one, and I like that one. I like that one and this one, and I like that one. Maybe I don't. I don't know that I like these two because they have so much white space at the bottom. So I think we'll set those aside. We won't use those. But that one came out nice. Oh, I like how these two are a little bit of each. I like these, but again, there's a lot of white space on the side, so I could trim them down and use them. I'm going to set them aside. It's not that I'm not using them. It's just that I'm thinking about them. Okay. So this one and this one have a little bit of white space on the side, would need a little more trimming. I like maybe this one, or maybe Journal de Paris down here. Ooh, I kind of like that split piece. You could split them like this. You know, and I'll tag them off in a bit. There you go. So I've got one there and I've got one here. And there's no reason why I can't make one ahead of time and put it in some other journal at some other point. Okay. There we go. So I'm looking at Jamie's journal again and finding that page one more time. There it is. You know, she overlapped a little bit, but she colored her pages first. Unless she used this might, no, because there's definitely holes in there. I don't know what she used to color with, those with. Oh well. All right, we're going to play for a little bit. I will come back and let you see what I have come up with. Okay, quick showing you the results of my experiment. I took one of the tags that I'm not going to use for this particular project to play around on. And I really like how it came out. I am using this as my guide to make sure, and I have a little too much green in it. So I'm going to, this is one of the ones, this is a real one now, and I'm using these colors. The colors I have out here are Distress Oxide Rustic Wilderness, Archival Ink Faded Jeans, and Archival Ink Spiced Marmalade are the three colors that I'm using. And I think I'm going to try the blue and the orange first on here and see how it comes out. So I'm just kind of coloring it in, and I'm not really worrying about getting too much of it covered or all of it covered, because that's what the orange is for. Okay. And I have these little ones, these little mini daubers that I picked up at Michael's. They were on sale. They were on clearance at one point. I don't know how much I spent for them, but it wasn't much. And I have been loving them. And I'm just kind of filling in here with some of those orange pieces. So the whole card will be covered. Okay, holding it up against that. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, these are the three cards that I'm looking at for this piece. So let me go ahead and just go ahead and color these in. So what I did, just in case you are coming late to the video, I stamped on a piece of plain white cardstock. I did, this was a piece of cardstock that is, actually let's go ahead and do both blues. This is a piece of cardstock that is 12 by 12. And it's a pretty hefty, you know, that's really dark there. That's a little bit darker than I intended. Okay. No, that's all right. You know, you kind of just play around with it and see where it goes. There. It's a little bit heavier cardstock. It's not the heaviest, which I think will be probably better, because once you're putting the weight on it of 3 different journals or 3 different cards, I think that seam can get a little bit stressed. So I don't think that that's a problem to be that way. I'm making sure there is no white left. I don't want any white showing of this card though. The white can be on the back, but I don't want it on the front. And in fact, I missed a spot over here. There. Yeah, this is coming out much nicer than I expected. I really wasn't sure how it was going to come out. But I like it. And I like it without the green. I don't think I'm not putting the green in at all. Like I said, this was my test one. I really like that. It just doesn't fit for this journal. So it'll go somewhere else at some other point. I'll make it into a different journal card. Okay, that gets rid of all my white. Okay, put my pieces away and my colors. You guys are all set and ready to go be put away. Okay, we'll get rid of you. Now, where are we going to put these? There becomes the next step. I kind of like it against the orange. Come on. For crying out loud. There it goes. Kind of like that against the orange. And as for doing it, I will put it on with washi tape of some sort. I don't know which washi I'll use at this point. But I probably should do, before I go any further and forget, I need to trim my edges down. And I think I want to just trim them a little bit. I don't think I want to do a big curve. And now they're all over my desk. I may change my mind on this, but that's what I like about doing a smaller one first, is as I'm doing it, if I decide I want it bigger, I can easily make it bigger. And I'm not going to put holes in these since I'm not putting tags in it. Hers had holes on them, but I'm not going to put holes in them. Yeah, definitely this way. Definitely this way. But see, I like how that looks. I'm leaning towards it on this page. But let's double check before we go too much further. I don't want it on the brown pages. I still think I want to do, I could do this here, but I worry that we get lost. Whereas this is not really a writing page. This could be a writing page, so I don't know. I think we'll keep going, keep looking. It does have to be on this side of a page in order to make it work better. What's in here? That's no. Well, it's white, but I think that's kind of nice, but I really like that for a writing page. Nope, that's brown, that's brown. I could put them on the back. Hang on. Falling apart. Let me just kind of hold them up. There we go. I could put them back here as a flip out. But again, I really like that piece. So nope, I think I'm going back to that orange. I think I'm going to put it on the orange page. Put it here. All right, I'm just going to glue these pieces down. You don't probably need to watch me glue. I'm just going to glue those together, and then I will find a piece of washi and attach it here. I will come back in a moment and show you the finished product. Okay, I have glued them together, and I added a little bit of washi to attach them, and there they are. Now, one of the things that I didn't do that Jamie did, and you may prefer it, let me find it again. She inked the back edges of hers as well, and I did not. I kind of wish I had, but I didn't think of it, and I'm not going to change it now. I probably should have also inked the edges here. But you know, you live and you learn. So there we go. I really like how that came out, and it adds just a neat little flip to the journal. I also ended up with all of these extra cards that I can continue to play with and come up with and put them in other places, perhaps in this journal, perhaps in another journal. Who knows? It'll actually, I think I might save this. This might be something for me to do, to color in when I am laid up with my surgery, which is coming up very shortly. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. And if you want to know when the next video comes out, till later, this is Cindy signing off.